Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Market Mastery. Yes, long form content is back. So please give us a like and subscribe if you want to be getting notified of more of these type of long form videos. We're going to try and pump out a whole heap of new content for you guys in the 10 to 20, sometimes 30-minute time frame brackets because we're sort of starting to automate more of our Instagram updates now. So going to have more time to give the people what they want because I know a lot of you guys wanted to see a lot more YouTube videos and more market updates and stuff like that in the longer form on YouTube. So people have been asking me that for a while, so we're going to jump on that now and give the people what they want. And today I have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Slimy Green, our superstar developer, with us. His system that he developed, and we've been trading with in the community for a while now, the high-low churn bars system, and there's a whole heap of other parts to it as well, swing failure patterns being oversold on RSI, etc. at the same time. But this strategy's been absolutely printing lately, so we just wanted to jump on and have a look at a whole heap of the trades that he's been executing on recently. So thanks for joining us this morning, Slimy.
Yeah, no worries. And yeah, hi everyone. And yeah, let's go through some of these trades.
Awesome,
It's been a
brother. You want
cracker
to
day.
take over the screen and share?
Yeah, I will. I'll hit the share button now. Um, oh shit! Wait on.
There we go. We're in action.
All right, I'll close down that. All right, so see my screen. All right, so
Yep.
all good. So I'm just going to go
You're
through
you're
some of
you're
these
a bit
trades.
thin though. You're a bit thin on the screen. Can we
Oh,
maximize that anyway?
yeah, sorry. I think I screwed that up. Wait on. Let's go to. How's that look now?
Yeah, that works.
All right, guys. Yeah, hope you've been well. And so I'm just going to pump through some of these trades that I've taken in the last day, and one a little bit longer than that. But I'll talk about that setup in particular. So basically, the way the high-low churn works is it identifies these high volume bars, as you can see here, and and it combines that with a bit of an RSI system so that you can actually work out exactly when it gets oversold and these other conditions all line up. So I'll jump in the settings here. So just the default settings normally pretty good. I normally trade this on the 30-minute time frame, and I set up all my alerts for that. So basically, under normal conditions, I'd do 30 minutes, and also I've been using the 15-minute time frame as well at the moment. But just a word of caution with the 15-minute, it triggers a lot more, so you're going to get a lot more alerts, but it's more of an early warning signal than something I'd always trade off. So that's how I set that up. Anyway, so basically the this basically identifies the when it's the RSI is oversold and overbought. Plus, you get one of these high volume candles, so it's either the highest volume in a certain number back, or it hits this high volume trigger. So that's they're adjustable, but yeah, I wouldn't start off without adjusting it. If you want to fine tune it for a particular coin, then you can go and do that. But at the moment, I think she's dialed in pretty well. Considering I've been hitting about 80%, I think, or even higher trades with this sort of a 2 to 3 R trade. So that's all. It's all pretty good. All right, so I'm just going to run through this setup. So this is Aave, and I took a trade on this one. So you can see prices moving down here. So we've got the three sort of drives down. We've had the high volume, and what it's done, has actually come down and swept this level here. This level here on the chart, I'll go back to the 30-minute. was this little dip here, and it probably lined up with a few other confluences here. So it also tagged this date anchored VWAP, which is well, it's actually the standard deviation of that VWAP. There's also a couple other confluences in there. So all I do is wait for the alert, check out what other confluences I've got going there. I'll wait for the pattern to show up. So if I go back here, um, and so yeah, using this the candle volume profile as well, I sort of wait to see if I get a nice profile on here. Get this the what is the B shape, or it's like a reverse B shape in this case, but you got all the volume being traded at the lower end of the candle. Means that a lot of people traded through there. There's going to be less sellers down here because everyone's already traded out, and then so the price just naturally starts moving up. So then yeah, that one worked out quite well. So yeah, I think that trade at the moment, I'm at 200% on a 30x, so that wasn't so bad.
And so tell the
And
guys what the strategy is here. So when do you actually pull the trigger and where do you put your stop loss?
yeah, so with this, what I do is I wait for the candle to close normally, and wait for the pattern to show up. So um, in
So
this
we
case.
get the alert on the candle that's highlighted green, correct?
So you get this alert. So where this OS symbol, so it shows you got a green candle. So you can have a green candle without it being oversold, but the trigger is on where it's oversold and you get the green candle.
Hmm.
So that's when you get the alert, and the alerts come into like wait, I'll just clear this here. So you can see this is on ASX. So the alert came in at 3:47 yesterday. So that's that one there. So you can see that, yeah, you can just you wait for the alerts. The alerts come through, and then I start doing my analysis on what's happened to work out when to trade or when not to trade. I'm always looking for some other confluence, either like a strong level, like a VWAP, or some other indication that we've really traded through here. We've got this is like the mousetrap setup, or it's commonly called mousetrap setup. So people get trapped under there. They're either all their short, their stops are either triggering, or they're breakout traders trying to short it at that moment. And then you get that volume, and then once it starts trading above the this profile, then I'll basically drop in my little uh, tool here, and I'll basically, it's always good to give yourself a bit of extra room, because sometimes it'll sweep a little bit below the candle. So if you want to really put it tight, you can put it right up against where the main volume's traded, or you can just put it below the wick. I generally go below the wick, or if it's a very thinly traded coin, I'll make it a bit wider. So if you get candles with big wicks all the time, if it's a coin that's not traded very much or has low liquidity, then I'll widen out my stops on that. And then you're just sort of looking for a 2 to 3 trade, or just up to wherever um, the range is. So it's generally sort of like a range trading type setup. I'm looking to take most of the profit throughout the range, and I'll normally take some sort of off the table at the first point. So there might only be a 1R trade for part of the volume, or part of
Mhm.
the trade, and that way you at least get a bit of money on the table, and if it comes back down again, at least you've got something back out of that.
Yeah, nice.
So that's basically how I trade that. So
And how
yeah.
long typically are you in one of these trades for?
Yeah, it sort of just really depends. Like, I guess the longest one I've had recently is about 3 or 4 days. But
Hmm.
normally it'd be much shorter than that. It'd be 24 hours, or even just a couple of hours until it hits your first TP. So normally that would move up, fairly quickly, but sometimes I'll show you this one. So this is Cetus. I didn't actually take the trade here when the signal occurred because you can see with this one, most of the volume was traded in this section here. So it didn't give the perfect setup. If it had a
So
traded
just to
down
explain
there.
to the guys,
Yep,
the zoom in again,
yep.
like you were, just to explain to the guys. So the blue and green lines that are going sideways here on our chart, that's actually showing us where the volume has been through the market at that price point. So the genius of what Slimy's created and built for us here is basically like an order flow system. So we can see where the volume's actually occurring in the candle on our basic sort of viewing charting application of TradingView. So you don't have to have a really advanced trading terminal like XO charts or anything like that to still get the same benefit of being able to read, these order flow signals that we look for. So we can see here that the volume is actually majority of it is actually trapped in that wick. And so that's what we're doing with this little sideways graph here that's on the candle.
Yeah, that's right. So it is a order flow system. So we're basically getting that X-ray view of where the volume was traded. Like if we drop back down to a 1 minute candle, you could see you could probably also see where the majority of that was traded. So you can see this wick, it wicked down pretty hard, and then it traded up through here. So when we go back onto the 30 minute, it shows you that volume was traded up through this part of the candle. But
Mhm.
with this system, what it does is you don't have to be going down to the 1 minute chart and guessing it as to where the volume is. This actually provides the sort of the X-ray view of this volume being traded in this part of the candle. So I guess this is
So it's basically a very simplified version that gives you everything you need to actually take the signal with cutting out all of the noise. You don't have to be a Wall Street level trader with a million different, inputs of data on your screen, basically
yeah,
melting your
that's
brain.
That's right. You don't have to be looking at the tick by tick charts or anything like that to get the idea of what's going on and to get the setup. So it just makes life a hell of a lot easier, and you can get some great trade setups because yeah, you get the alerts and you can set it up. I've got it set up on it'd be at least 50 different coins. And I just don't look at the those charts every day. I'm waiting for these triggers to occur, and then I'll open up the chart, have a look what it's doing. If it's got some nice patterns happening, so this is classic, like good two or three good drives down. I normally wait for the third. If it crosses through some other high, level of confluence, and then you get this pattern as well, then that's when I sort of go, all right, this one might actually trade out nicely. So and then that's when I hit the go button. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I'll talk about some of the others as well. So these other ones were the same, and you can see here. So um, basically, this one was so Sui happened a couple of times. So I've been in this trade for quite some time. So this is an example of one that's been going on for quite some time. So I actually entered the trade several times. So I entered here. I actually got stopped out here, and then I didn't worry about it too much. And then I've then entered on this one over here. So this actually triggered as well, even though the little symbol's missing. But at the time, it triggered and came up in the alerts. And then that's when I entered there. And then so I've had this move from here. So I've been running this one. Um, so yeah, that's 52% move from that entry there.
Yeah,
So
nice.
that,
So
that
when
was
you
nice.
decide that must be an amazing R return on that trade.
Yeah, yeah, that one was pretty good.
Do you want
And
to just
yeah,
map it out for the guys where you put your stop loss on that one?
Yeah, sure. Um,
I think you got the fib tool turned on.
yeah. All right. So this one, so it was actually pretty tight, that one. So we're looking at currently at yeah, 23R out of
Crazy.
that trade. So, that's the kind of trades you can get yourself into.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
good.
and you could probably say, yeah, I would have traded that anyway because, I could see this pattern that was ranging. But the beauty of it is that you don't have to be looking at this particular chart. You can get the
Mm,
signal and then you can go and look at the chart and do your analysis rather than having 50 charts to look at every day. You can just wait for the trigger, then do your analysis, and then put the trade on. So it just,
yeah, love it. And so what was the signal that you got, or what were you observing on the charts that made you decide to run this for more of a swing trade versus just, pushing it to the range high and taking profit?
it's just because it actually, I normally keep a fair bit on. So I'll sometimes trade out, 50%, but you can see if I only just traded that, I'm not looking for, at least a 3R on this. So uh, that would be in here somewhere. Um, oh shit, that didn't work, did it? Yeah, so in this case, it traded out of that range, but as you can see, like it seemed like it had a fair bit more to go. So I let this one run a bit harder and a bit longer because it had just been accumulating in this range for so long, and just thought, yeah, I'll keep a bit on the table for this one,
Yeah,
and
nice.
I guess, I'm also from a bit more of a macro perspective as well, was thinking that Sui's going to continue to run pretty hard just with, all the hype around its development and other things that are going on. So it just allows you to get an entry into something that, you might want to hold on to as well. So it doesn't have to be a short-term trade if you think the fundamentals are lining up
Yeah,
um,
that's awesome.
as well. So
So,
yeah,
so you
that's
got some alerts popping off at the moment in the bottom
Yeah,
left corner.
yeah. So we got these would be all tops coming in here. So we got you got Boom, Book of Memes coming in here. So yeah, so let's have a look, see what we got here. Oops. But at the moment, I'm not really trying to short any of these. So even though I've got the alert coming in,
We're
I'm
trying
not
to play
really.
the momentum, right? The momentum at the moment in the market is to the upside. So,
Yeah, that's right. And like you can possibly pick some bottoms, and as you can see with this one, and sort of this Book of Memes is probably pretty thinly traded as well. So, you've got green candles here, you've got it overbought here at in this point, but um there's no point taking this, like it wasn't at a particularly great range, I guess you could say. If it all traded in this spot here, you would say, oh, maybe it's going to reverse, but as you can see, it didn't. So it's just always a bit more risky at this time of the market to be shorting anything. So
yeah.
just don't get in front of a freight train, I think is the best
Yeah,
analogy for
exactly.
this at the moment. Like the market is just starting to heat up. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. There's going to be more people getting more excited. So yeah, don't start shorting anything at the moment, unless you've got some good fundamental reasons to, I think is the takeaway from that. But
Agreed.
yeah. So, and I guess, there's been a few other cracker trades like
That was a nice one there. Wow.
yeah, yeah, Solanus come in pretty nice there.
So just wanted to point out to the guys again, like the key that he's looking for is, so we're getting that green candle, which is the signal that there's a lot of volume going through in that candle, but then we're also matching that up with a sweep of an obvious level. So if we go just to the left a little bit, there's that big pin bar and where he's drawn the yellow line from at $99. So we've swept that level and we can see that that's telling us that there's going to be a lot of trapped traders underneath the key level, right? And we also have our standard deviation two there of um of our long-term VWAP as well. So it's like the combination is what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's right. And if I put on some some other confluences as well. Maybe, it could be you could be trading through one of these EMA levels, significant EMA levels, or something like that. So it's always good to have some additional confluences. Gives you a bit more confidence that it's actually going to move in the correct direction when you put the trade on. So, and I think that's just really based on there's going to be a lot of different people trading for different reasons, and if there's people that think you've broken through that level and are trading the breakout, and then they get caught offside, then there's just going to be more people that are going to have to close their trade and add fuel to your trade basically, and push it in the other direction.
100%. That's our philosophy at Market Mastery. We want to be trading against trap traders.
Yeah, it's the way to do it, I think. And they're gonna have to close at some point if they're shorting, and when they close, they basically have to buy. So that's the way it happens.
And then in
So
combination with that, you also have people who are panic selling on spot that then realize they need to buy back in, and that pushes you higher and creates that change in market structure we see here with that higher low getting put in.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's right. And look at along the way too. If once you're in the trade, you can kind of just manage it in a way that allows you to add a bit more if you want to. So you could take a bit off, in this here at this first sign of trouble here, and then go
mhm.
okay, and then when it pulls back into that area, you get another nice pin bar there. Maybe you say, oh, maybe I'll double down on this one and go a bit harder, and you can add back in again. So you can kind of like just trade the basic flow of the market then as well. But you get this nice solid entry at the bottom here. You
Mm.
basically nailed the bottom of that move. You can't really ask for anything better.
That was really nice, that one on ID, wasn't it? Because you've got a green candle, which is the entry trigger. We've got the bullish divergence telling us we're oversold. The high volume candle, which is obviously what like that pops up green, and then again we're sweeping a key level to the left, and that's telling us there's
Absolutely.
trap traders. And then if we look at the our bar chart, which is going sideways here, we can see that it's very pronounced out to the left in green right at the bottom, telling us that there's a whole heap of volume right in the wick. So that's telling us that
Right
there's
in the
heaps of
wick.
people that went short right at the bottom of that wick there. So we know they're offside. Then the market rebounds, reclaims that level, and then those people have to close, and that's what's pushing us up.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. They've got nowhere else to go. They've got to close at some point. And yeah, that's going to add bias to the system. So away we go. So yeah, that's
Absolutely.
a real good one. That one actually. So we're currently sitting at a 5R trade there. So that's yeah, quite nice.
Very,
Real good.
very nice. So, yeah, guys, if you're trading a 5R system, that means you only have to hit one out of every five trades to be profitable. So, 20%, if you can hit a higher strike rate than 20%, you're going to be profitable. And we were chatting earlier before, you reckon it, the last few weeks, you've been close to about 70 to 75% on this system at the moment.
Yeah, without really going back and checking, but to be honest, the last 10 trades I've done, yeah, they've been successful. So, whether it's been just a partial or sort of a 3 to 5 hour trade. So, I'm going to have to go back and do a bit more analysis on that and just work out exactly what my hit rate is. But it is right up there. It's better than any other hit rate for any other trading style I have at the moment. So
Awesome.
that's yeah, it is fantastic.
And
So
if you're pumping out 5 to 10 trades, even if you're getting over 30% or you're getting over a 50% strike rate, like the profitability on that system is extremely high.
yeah, that's right. And I guess, one other point here is that I don't do massive trades on this. I'm normally waiting for a lot of alerts to occur at once, and I'll put five or six trades on of different coins that I think are looking the best out of all of them. And there might be 10 alerts go off and I'll take five trades. So you just got to go through and select the ones that look the best, have the best confluences, like this ID, right? We've got three good drives down. We've hit the levels. We've got the pattern shaping up, and there's it's sort of a better trade. If I go back to one of the other ones, you'll see that one that I didn't take, it would be just a high volume candle in the middle of nowhere. There's no other confluences, and it just isn't going to be as good a trade because there's just not the same level of probability that it's going to reverse at that point. So that's yeah, I guess a key takeaway there is you can't trade everything, but just looking for the ones that have, look left, where are the levels, and yeah, are we getting to some sort of exhaustion point where there's going to be a lot of people trading?
Yeah, awesome. Love it, mate. Great stuff. Any other charts you want to take us through, or are we wrapping up there?
I think we'll wrap up there. They're all pretty similar. So yeah, so just same thing. Three drives down, look left, coming to a good level. Sui. Oh, we spoke about Sui already. Cetus. So I didn't actually. I traded this one on the retouch of this 4 hour order block. So I also use order blocks as well. With this, mainly 4 hours. So I mainly trade on the 30-minute time frame and then look for confluences on the 4 hour. So any order blocks and other things like that, any other levels. It's normally the way to do it. AXS, same thing, sort of three big kind of moves down, hits a level, high volume, away we go.
Yeah, awesome.
So
Love it.
yeah.
Great work, mate. Thanks a lot for joining us today. And
Yeah, no worries. I've
yeah,
got
guys,
fucking
if you want to get
things.
access to our community, there'll be links in the description below. And if you want to get access to this indicator system, you can get access to that through the links below as well. So, yeah, thanks a lot for joining us today, guys, and we'll see you all in the next episode.
Oh, see ya.